Welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet. I'm Catherine.
And I'm Sarah. And Catherine, who do we have here in the studio with us today? Is this going to be our very first studio guest?
Why, yes, it is. This is Bessie the cow.
Now, how is it that our first studio guest happens to be a cow?
I thought I'd bring her in because that gave me a little inspiration for today's dairy-themed episode, Tour of Vermont.
Well, that seems very appropriate then, I guess. That's a good answer, Catherine.
No problem. I have a feeling it's going to be a kind of cheesy episode.
No puns intended, right?
Right.
Well, that seems really great because you know what? I love milk. I've always loved milk my entire life. And I'm a huge cheese lover, too. So we have to give a big shout out to our friend Bessie.
That's right.
For giving us such good inspiration for our dairy-themed tour of Vermont. Vermont is a beautiful state in the northeastern United States. And it's really well known for its beautiful fall foliage. A lot of people like to visit in the fall to check out the leaves as they change. Another thing that really strikes a lot of these visitors as they drive around is the huge amount of dairy cows as they are just kind of hanging out in fields.
Yeah, all these nice black and white cows in the green fields.
Yeah, and the black and white cows we commonly think of as dairy cows, those are called Holsteins. But Vermont's also known for its beautiful brown Jersey cows.
There's a rumor that Vermont has more cows than people, but the Department of Agriculture there says that's not true. There are about 300,000 cows and about 600,000 people. So you can see it's not really close, though that's a pretty high cow to person ratio.
Yeah, I would say that's about one cow for every two people, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, well, that's a lot. That's still a lot of cows.
That's pretty high, yeah.
We're going to take a little dairy tour, and on our first stop, we are going to one of the best places in Vermont, and that would be Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream Factory.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yes. It's located in the Green Mountains of Waterbury, and the first little thing you do on the tour is you get a little video of the company history. And then you start the actual tour where you get views of the factory floor, and then you're off to the best part where you get to sample the flavor of the day.
Yum. People remember most about this tour is the flavor graveyard, which is a sort of cemetery for those ice cream flavors that never quite made it.
Which kind of shocks me that they even have Ben & Jerry's flavors that didn't quite make it.
I know. Every year they apparently kill off some of the lowest selling ice cream flavors. And here you're going to see all these fake tombs to such losers as the Urban Jumble and Bovinity Divinity.
And Catherine, you told me that employees at Ben & Jerry's get 3 pints of free ice cream every day.
I know. I'm like, I got to fill out an application. Best perk ever.
I know. That's got to be a great company benefit. But I mean, it's also like a fast track to that cemetery for the people that eat 3 pints of ice cream a day.
That is true.
So, of course, we're huge lovers of Ben & Jerry's, but I would have to say I'm probably a bigger lover of cheese. So if you're like me and you want to eat all the cheese you can get, you might want to check out the Cabot Cheese factory. And it's located in the farmlands of Cabot, and it's owned by a cooperative of dairy farmers. And you get about a 45-minute tour where you learn all the different aspects of cheese making, separating the curds and whey. They show you how they test the cheese, even how they package it. You get to learn everything about cheese.
And also you get to sample a lot of cheese, which makes it very a tasty tour.
Huge bonus.
Yeah, and they also have a store there where you can pick up cheese and even stuff like maple syrup to take home. And if you want even more cheese, the Vermont Cheese Council publishes a cheese trail map, so you can try out a bunch more cheese makers, and we're going to put a link to that on our blog.
Yeah, and there are about 45 stops along this cheese trail, so I never thought I could say you might have cheese overload, but if you could, this might be the trail for you.
It sounds like that could do it.
You could get cheese overload. Once you're doing all these dairy trails and Ben & Jerry's, you're probably going to start wondering about the cow itself. Vermont is full of working dairy farms, and some of them offer tours, some even offer overnight stays, where you can learn all about dairy farming. It'd be cool to check some of those out.
Yeah, one popular place is the Billings Farm and Museum in Woodstock, and that's been a working farm since 1871. They have a restored farmhouse, plus you can learn all about milking cows, taking care of sheep and chickens, and all these other aspects of farm life, like churning butter.
Butter. There's so many great things about dairy.
I know.
The other cool thing about the Billings farm is the farm isn't the only thing that dates back to the 19th century. Their herd of cows does too. In 1860, records show that Frederick Billings, who was the original owner, registered his first 4 milk cows. And today, the farm's 60 cows are descendants of those original first 4 milk cows. And the herd's 60 cows today are considered superb Jersey dairy cows. So it's kind of amazing to think
Yeah.
that the 60 cows that they own today are descendants of those 4 original cows from 1860.
Yeah, that's a long line of descension.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the museum is close to the Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Park, which is just full of beautiful hiking trails, sugar maple trees, covered bridges, all the kind of stuff that you typically like to see on your Vermont vacation.
Other than cheese, right?
That's right. Other than cheese and ice cream and stuff like
right.
that.
So we hope you enjoyed our quick little dairy tour of Vermont. And of course, we're going to have a lot more information posted on our blog, maybe even a little fun facts on Facebook.
That's right. And you can always follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or send us an email. And if you have any pictures of a cow you'd like to send us, we'd love to see them.
And we'll see you next time on the coolest stuff on the planet.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com. Don't forget to check out our other podcasts, free on iTunes.